Well, good morning, folks. It's Richard Gene, the fishing machine here. Hey, I've caught a knee right here. I've got a little rock right here I've got the camera set on. It's hot, it's humid, it's a little bit overcast right now. It's currently 15 minutes till 10, quarter till 10. And this is a creek that is about 2 hours from my house. I found it about 2 years ago and I couldn't get it off my mind. All I did was park at the base of this bridge right here a couple years ago, walk to the middle of the bridge and look down each direction on both sides, and it looked good to me. I don't know what's in here, but I do know one thing. It's hellgrammite territory, and I'm going to start off with a Nico hellgrammite, 3-inch hellgrammite. This is the green pumpkin color, and I have it rigged up right here. It was stuck in some bushes right there. All I have right here is, as far as rigging, is a Z-Man head right here. Let me get that off of it. I don't know what that is. Okay. All I have right here is a Z-Man head. This is a 1/20th of an ounce Z-Man head. And I have it tied with a Palomar knot because I'm using 6-pound test fluorocarbon line. Now, as dingy as this creek is, I could have got by with using 10-pound fluorocarbon line, but I've got 6-pound test on here, so that's why I'm using a Palomar knot. Now, if I was using 8 to 10-pound test, I would tie a loop knot to that, but I'm wanting all the strength that I have. And I have a leader of about 6 feet, and it's connected with a double uni knot right there to 8-pound braid. And I'm using a sow belly rod. It's 6.5 foot long, light action. And I'm using a Fago 2500 LT 2500 Daiwa reel. Small, light outfit right here. Now, there's not many rocks in this creek. There's a few. So I won't have to Texas rig today, folks. This is my favorite way to fish with a hellgrammite, an artificial hellgrammite. This is a perfect creek for a hellgrammite, fishing it with an open jig head like we're doing right here. There's not a whole lot of rocks. What rocks are in here are very small. There's a few big ones, but not really the type that'll keep you hung up all the time. But the deal with the hellgrammite is work it slow. Work it slow if you can. This is the current that's in this creek is pretty slow. So when you make a cast out there and let it hit the bottom, and that's probably about 3.5 feet of water, just kind of slide it along to a couple inches at a time. You could hop it just a little bit like that if you wanted to. But it don't take a lot of commotion because they're used to seeing hellgrammites in all these creeks. They're used to seeing them. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I guarantee you this particular creek right here hasn't been fished. I seen no trail in, and I ain't seen a trail out yet. And I've been sort of, there's a little bitty something right behind it, but it's not a bass, scoping the place out, because that's what I do. I like to scope places out. There's y'all a good word. I know this water is deeper than what I thought it would be. Now I'm walking down stream, which usually I try not to do. Most of these creeks I will walk up, but I didn't like the way it looked there at the bridge. It looked better this way, so I'm taking my time. I'm not walking quick. See if there's one along this tree. There's one. Got him. Got him. Oh, if I can keep him out of there. This is a good one. This is a doggone good one right here for creek. This is a King Kong for a creek bass. Look here, folks. I have found me a creek. Wow, you talking about fighting. You talking about putting it on me now. Wow. My. Now you notice my hook sets are real light and have been fishing with an open jig head like this. If you set the hook too hard, you'll rip a gash in that bass's mouth. That's the common mistake people use when they use these little jig heads. And that's a beautiful bass right there. That is a beautiful, healthy largemouth. Thick. And he give me a fit. He absolutely give me a fit. That is beautiful, folks. Let's let him go right here. Is it not? That's a good bass. Go on back in there. Yeah, I'm going to fish hard now. But these little Z-Man heads are perfect for this kind of application. But just reel into the fish or just use your wrist and just a quick little short hook snap. Don't rip his jaw. Don't jerk with everything you have. What'll happen is he's going to jump and he's going to come off. What you're doing is ripping a gash in his mouth. Because this little hook that Z-Man uses is so small in diameter, and that hook point is so sharp it will just rip a gash. You'll lose fish. Just reel against the fish. In other words, when you get bit, just reel or just put that number into it. Just a short little hook set and you got him. I want to show y'all something. This little Z-Man head, the paint's gone because I caught so many fish with that jig head today. I mean, I caught the fish, folks. Knocked the paint plumb off. But the little Z-Man head is designed for Last-Tech. So that's why it fits this bait perfectly. It'll stand it up like this. Let's take a look at it in the water. See how it's standing up? Well, Last-Tech plastic, and this is a Last-Tech plastic, there's no doubt about it. They probably just mix it a little bit different than Z-Man does so that they won't get in trouble. You know, that's how these bait companies do that. But see how that's standing up? That is exactly like a Ned rig would do. And that's why this is so effective. I just wanted to point that out by using this open hook like this. That's why it's so effective. If you have a creek that you can get by with that. Now, if you have a lot of rocks, you're going to have to Texas rig it. You're going to have to rig it weedless. But this is one of those type of creeks that I was talking about. If you've been watching what few creek videos I do make, that you can use an open head like this, an open hook, and which is my favorite way. There he is. If we can get him out of there. I made multiple casts right there, folks. That's a good bass. This is a good one. Oh my. I mean a good one. No wonder. I think it's a spot. I believe it's a spot. That's why he's fighting so hard. Look at this fish fight. My. Now, it could be I can't tell. Can't tell. This is a good one. Come on in here. That's all I know. I get excited. I get so excited that I just can't hide it. That's a spot. Look at there. What a spotted bass in a little creek. That is a huge spotted bass. Doggone it. I wished I could put my camera up on a tree or something and show y'all, but y'all can see that is a big son of a gun. My goodness. And it's starting to rain and I'm way down this creek. That's what happens to me. Look here. It is raining. That's what happens to me. Now, when I say I'm way down this creek, I'm in a bind right here. When I say I'm way down this creek, I'm way down it, folks. Just let him go. We can't even see him. Well, he went that way. There he goes. Just. Now, I'm being a little bit more specific in where I'm casting, folks. Now I'm going back up. I'm going back up towards the truck right now. I'm a long ways down here. But this is really the proper way to fish creeks, is to wade up them. Although I didn't do bad coming down it. But these fish are relating to these logs. And I'm making a cast as close to the log as I can, and just barely moving that hellgrammite about current speed. Really slow. That's what I've been doing. But my cast has been real specific. Tight to these logs, for the most part, is where I've been catching my better fish. What they do is they get up under the log to hide. Water's not very deep in here. Not very deep. It's averaging about knee deep. So that's what these fish are doing. They're being a typical bass, is what they're doing. I'm working everything that looks like it will hold a fish, and I'm doing it very patiently and methodically. Let me say it that way. There he is. Get out there. Wow. My goodness. Wow. Just all I know to say about it. So this is a pretty colored up fish. This fish right here is colored up beautifully. Spotted bass. We're going to talk about this just a little bit. Look at there, what a beautiful fish, folks. I'm having some fun right here. This is the exact reason why I like to just pick a creek. I don't care if it's hard to get into or not, and walk down it, do whatever I have to. Look at what a clean, beautiful bass out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, let's let him go. Ain't that something?
Hello, boy. Who's in there behind that tree over there? I seen him. He didn't think I saw him, but I did. I looked up and I seen him right off the bat. I told you that I did too.
There he is. Wow. My. Oh, His buddy come and got it though. Oh, well, what about that, folks? I hooked one, lost him. And the bigger one, they were two fish side by side. The bigger one grabbed it. So that's a bonus for me. The little one had it to begin with. Oh, man. Now that is a lot of fun. This is a big spotted bass. This is a monster. That one that had it, let me explain to you what happened. The one that had it was probably about 11 inches long. The one that I stuck first. He just spinning me in all kinds of circles. Well, this fish was right beside him, and I seen it. Seen that he was right beside him. Wanting to get whatever was out that he had in his mouth, I'm excited, out of his mouth. Well, that so happened that fish come unbuttoned. The little one did. And when he did, this one right here, that bait come free, he took advantage of it. Now I'm excited. I don't know if I'm explaining that right or not, but we're gonna have to get our pliers. That one's hooked deep. That's a big spot. Big old spot out of a creek. I reckon I'll just walk right over there and unhook him. My pliers is in my backpack, but we're not gonna hurt this fish. We're gonna take care of him. That is a monster spot for a creek. I tell you, hellgrammites is something else. And today, well, I wasn't able to use that other brand of hellgrammite, but we will, because there's another creek about 30 minutes from here on down the road, 30 minutes down the road, a little bit farther, that I've been wanting to visit for years. I mean, for years, and I'm going to do that, folks. Got to. All right, there you go. We got the hook out of him just fine. That's a good spot. He's going up the current right there. That's a good one. Okay. Oh my goodness, I almost put my hand on it. Y'all see that? That right there, they ain't no doubt in my mind, that is a turd. And I missed him, I missed that far. 6-7 inches, I'd have had my hand all up in that, folks. I want to say God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for all the great comments, everything y'all do for this channel. I appreciate y'all. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Well, there's a stick. There's a...
And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good for you.